Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-April 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aquarians out there. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the Aquarius collective here? There's lots of energies floating around out there. Can't wait to see how it's going to be showing up for you this week. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aquarius. Please and thank you. Get this first card out here. Talk to me about the energies. Oh, okay. All right, so we do have this hermit-like alchemist type of energy here in the front end, and this card could be very, very good for focus and things that you're keeping your eyes on. At the same time, there could be a situation you're withdrawing your energy from as well. I don't feel like it's all, I feel like for any Aquarius, it could be something totally different because this card is very much in depth. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. So, I already mentioned that this is like the Hermit Alchemist combo type of energy showing up here. So, of course, I link it to the zodiac sign of Virgo. And you see this alchemist. They have the alchemical symbol for the sun on their forehead, which kind of like speaks of an illuminated mind or somebody seeing things clearly. So for a lot of Aquarians in this time, maybe there's a situation you're now starting to see clearly, or you're starting to get some clarity on it for sure. But notice that he's looking directly at that creation, at that potion. For some Aquarians, like I said, it could be very different depending on what you're going through right now. There could be something you're working towards, something you're creating on. Or there is something that has your full attention, your full focus. Something or someone that you're putting so much of your focus and attention on. Does that have to be a bad thing? No, it doesn't. It all really depends on how it's working within your life. I also say with this card, aside from creation and dedication, all that good stuff, the alchemist, if we're not talking about manifesting, could just represent somebody that's just in their own zone, in their own, like doing their own thing, like following their interests, doing what makes them happy. And I saw a similar thing in the Libra reading as well, but we're just going to put them over there. You might be under someone's microscope as well, but let's see what tarot has to say. Yeah, there could be someone watching you and stuff like that too with the focus. But yeah, I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright, and we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So shuffle it up one time here for Aquarius, please. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was titled A Hidden Emotion. Now, as you know with all readings, I mentioned it a little further into this one, that readings hit everybody differently. Sometimes it could be your energy, sometimes it could be somebody else's. But it was coming through in a very, very powerful way that somebody was withholding or keeping a very strong emotion hidden, okay? Whether it's like an opinion or how you feel about a person or how you feel about a situation, it's like, okay, I'm keeping this to myself for now. That was a big vibe I was picking up. So can't wait to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take it how it hits for you. Let's get you 3 cards. Because as I already told you, it could be your vibe, it could be someone else's. Readings are always fluctuating like that. And we have the High Priestess. One thing I want to draw your attention to with like the Hermit, now the High Priestess, these are extremely energetically sensitive cards, okay? She also represents mystery, which is something I've been seeing around you Aquarians quite a bit in recent weeks. Let's get a couple more. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. You might have something really, really good coming in. That's good. Let's get one more, then we'll really like piece this all together. Okay, quick. Cards popped out really quick for you, my friends. We have the good old Emperor. Some Aries energy showing up here. Could be, some people also link it to Taurus. I like to give the Emperor to Aries. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes of these cards. Then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, there's some powerful energies at play this week, Aquarius, with the High Priestess. And the Emperor, they're flanking this Ten of Pentacles here. So it's like we have water, we have earth, we have fire, powerful major arcana, which are powerful energies to deal with and work through. So for a lot of you, it could be a very important time in your life's journey when all these cards kind of coalesce together. But you might have something really, really nice coming in. I feel cautiously optimistic here with your spread. So let's go through piece by piece and really build this out. Position number one, as I already mentioned, we have the beautiful High Priestess. She is the matron of psychics, intuitives, and tarot readers. So you might have an extra interest in anything and everything spiritual, spirituality, divination, and tarot, stuff like that. She represents it all. But some of the other things that she represents is the realm of intuition. So whether your intuition is leading you in a specific direction, your intuition is telling you something, your empathy could be heightened in this time. You might be feeling what those around you feel when she's here. But a big blanket energy that always links in with this High Priestess is mystery, the unknown, the unexpected. So we're really going to want to clarify her and see what's up, because these energies there could be something that you're not quite seeing when she shows up in a reading. So we'll see what's up with her. It doesn't have to be bad. Like I already mentioned, water sign energy, it could be Pisces. I like to give it to all the water signs. So whether it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, could be any combination when she shows up. Now, moving to the center, we have the good old Ten of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards in the whole entire deck. Now, of course, this card could represent the home, being in money mode. So some Aquarians, you might just be all about your business, whether you're starting a business, whether it's your work, upping your material game. That could be a big thing here. But this to me is a card of victory. It's a card of winning, coming out on top, attaining a goal. So something you've been wanting coming in when this card is here. Now, of course, it could be a level up of some kind as well in regards to your monetary thing or anything involving work and the family. It's all that material stuff balled up into one beautiful card. And it's very similar to the Ten of Cups in that it can be wish fulfillment, like your end goal. So seeing it here with all these cards feels very powerful to me. But as with all cards, it does have a challenge. The challenge of the Ten of Pentacles, it could be discord or issues within the family. Sometimes the Ten of Pentacles could be a very stubborn energy where it's like so ingrained, it's hard to move on from. So you might be dealing with certain energies that just feel ingrained within you, and that's okay. So we'll see. I'm going to lean positive until we see the clarifiers, because I don't like to read a negative into a positive card unless completely necessary. On to the back end, we have another very powerful energy. We have the Emperor, the divine masculine counterpart to the Empress, the yin to the yang. And I always say, yeah, Aries energy. We're currently in Aries season at the time of this filming. So if you're not connected to an Aries, it could be talking about what's going on right now. This could represent older male figures. This could represent authority figures like bosses and supervisors and anything along those lines. But what do I think of with this Emperor? It's entrepreneurial. This is a shot caller, so you might be stepping into that powerful energy in this time, Aquarius, where it's like, listen, no, I'm going to call the shots, where I have control over this. This could be a very good thing, okay? Like being in control of a situation. Now, this does also have a challenge. It could be someone you're connected to that is overly controlling, or someone that is very stubborn when it's next to this Ten of Pentacles. So we'll want to see what's up. The Emperor, if it's not a person, can be really, really good, though. Okay, especially next to this Ten of Pentacles. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Aquarius. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my friends, please. Guides and Spirit Team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that High Priestess. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. Yeah, if you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you could just drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, High Priestess time. Thank you. Beautiful. Yeah, so something's going to improve very quickly here, or something may go way better than you could even expect, especially if you're dealing with like a tough situation, whether it's your own internal healing or whether this is a situation involving another person. It might move in an unconventional way. It might progress in an unconventional way, but I feel like something is going to get better, like unexpectedly, or just like out of nowhere. It's like, whoa, all right, well, that went way better than I thought it would go. It's like, wow, these are really good results. I've been seeing this Five of Pentacles show up in reverse in several other signs this week. So this is a theme for the zodiac at whole, or at large rather. I feel like for a lot of signs, like if you're dealing with a problem or a situation, you might be thinking worst case scenario, and just know that something could go way better than you think. Whether it is interpersonal relationships, whether it is money and work, I feel like something could go really nice. Now, if this was in the upright, I would say like, yeah, this is rough, this is harsh. Five of Pentacles in the upright could be feelings of loneliness. It could be feelings of solitude, being abandoned, all that. In reverse, underneath this High Priestess, it's like, okay, well, just know if you are feeling any harsh things right now, a big part of it might be you picking up these energies from outside sources. You might be feeling the feelings of other people around you in this time, because everyone has empathy, even if they block it. Okay, so just know that. But I feel for a lot of you, there could be something that goes like unexpectedly well or better. It's like, all right, well, I wasn't expecting it to go this good, but I'll take it. It's like giving me that kind of energy. Let's move over to the Ten of Pentacles, though. Because now that makes sense the way it's building up. We have this like shift or change in situation. Now we have that Ten of Pentacles. So let's see what's going on. So why is that Ten of Pentacles here? Okay. Yep. We have the Strength card in the upright underneath this Ten of Pentacles. Something's going to pay off for you in a huge way. Okay, like if your patience has been being tested, if you've been dealing with something for a long time, and it's just, this to me doesn't feel like a short-term issue or a short-term problem. It feels like something you may have been either working towards for a long time or something that may have been around for quite a while. The Strength card could represent Leo energy. And to me, this represents angelic energy, universal energy, because it has the infinity symbol over it. Very spiritual in the energy this week for you, Aquarius. But strength to me is someone being tested on who they are on the inside, their strength of character, their strength of determination. And the way the energy is flowing to me, it's like, okay, boom, we have this unexpected or sudden shift in something where it goes better than expected, then boom, into this Ten of Pentacles strength. This is something paying off. This is something paying off. So whether this is a healing journey, whether this is something you've been working towards, whether this is a connection, I feel for a lot of you, something you've been working towards for a while could pay off very, very big. Now, if you're in the early stages of something, once again, whether work-wise, business-wise, relationships, if you're in the early stages of something, know that in the end, this could really have huge possibilities for you. And we're seeing the energy of wins and victories all over the place here in different areas of life. And that's what I like to see, because I don't like it in a reading when I see like, all right, well, emotionally in relationships, you might have a win, but monetarily it's in the tank. And I don't like when it's vice versa either. To me, it feels good kind of across the board, where it's like, yeah, all right, good emotionally, good with interpersonal connections, boom with the money. It's like improvement across the board. So for a lot of you, it just feels really good. Let's move over to the Emperor. I would claim this energy because it's like we have wins here, we have payoffs here, like something paying off for you. So let's see why that Emperor is in the mix. Then we'll do a recap before we get into the shadow. What's the Emperor here? Thank you. Four Cups. Ooh, who's this planning something? Yeah, this is somebody trying to strategize or plan something big. Now, this could be you. For all I know. I mean, I can't tell, right? We're separated by a screen right now. But the Four of Cups underneath the Emperor, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna let it slide for now. I'm gonna wait until I'm good and ready. It's like giving me that type of energy where it's like, okay, well, yeah, I know what the deal is, I know what the details are, but I'm gonna wait until the time is right. So I feel like somebody could be in the planning phase of something. Now for you, if you're planning your way to this Ten of Pentacles, I would say that's an amazing thing. That's a good thing. Plan for all eventualities. This is someone that feels like they need to have the situation under control as well. So take that however it hits. But yeah, when I see the Emperor with the Four of Cups, you might be dealing with someone that's a little stubborn in their ways, of course. But the main vibe I'm picking up here is like there's a lot of strategy at play. So whatever this payoff, this win, whatever we want to call it is, it's not accidental. So just know, Aquarius, with whatever it is you're going through, if you think you're just going to spontaneously stumble upon this Ten of Pentacles, I don't think it, I mean, it might happen, who knows, but I feel like you'd have much better success with like a long-term plan. however that makes sense. This is like the oddest Aquarius reading because the energy's coming through in such a different structured way than I normally get for you guys. So for some of you, this just might be somebody else's energy all up in yours. So let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. Lots of different messages, and they didn't really seem to join into a cohesive story. They might, depending on what you're going through. But position number 1, we have the High Priestess with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I did say something might go way better than you expected to. Okay, so whether it is something monetary, work related, or a connection relationship thing, it's like, don't think worst case scenario. But either way, I do feel like something's going to go way better than you expected to. If you've been feeling extra down and out in this time, just know it might be because of your empathy. You might be feeling the energy from somebody else that could be affecting you. Moving to the center, we have the 10 of Pentacles with the Strength card. Here is where something pays off for you in a very big way. If you could stay on track, patience being rewarded, or just a big victory coming in. It feels really good where it just builds up to this, and I like it. To me, it feels long-term. So whether this is something you've been dealing with for a while or the long-lasting implications of something, if you're starting something new right now, it could have really good implications going forward. On to the back end, we have the Emperor with the 4 of Cups. Somebody's planning something here. Okay, so whether they're planning their way to that 10 of Pentacles, who knows? This is someone that feels like they have the situation under control or they need to. And it's like, all right, well, I know all the facts. I'm not making a move just yet, though. That's just the energy that's showing up. So yeah, please take a screenshot. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. I mean, I wouldn't call this a rough reading. I wouldn't call this a bad reading. I'd say it feels kind of neutral except for this center. But that just feels so long-lasting, if that makes sense. But let's get you one shadow card. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a very good thing too. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you'd like, feel free to check out channel memberships. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I'll leave a link for it in the comments below if you're interested. And I have much love and appreciation for all my members. You all really do help a lot. So let's get your shadow card. Just had to mention it. Let's get you one. Thank you. 2 of Cups. Yeah, so like I said, throughout this whole reading, it's like we've been seeing the big picture of the life's journey, where it's like we've been picking up on some emotional things and connections and relationships. Even with the 2 of Cups in the shadows, we've been picking up on money and stability. So it's like we're seeing a lot of different possibilities for the Aquarians in this time. But when I see the 2 of Cups in the shadows, it tells me a couple of things, like straight up front. One, there could be the energy of an individual or a partnership or a connection that's still affecting you, or you are still connected to in one form or another. Does that have to be a bad thing? Absolutely not. But it's just showing up here. How you handle partnerships, how you handle connections is something that you might want to reflect on in this time when this card shows up in the shadows. I don't necessarily feel like this is like a big warning or anything to be like super concerned about, but the 2 of Cups is like very simple, straightforward, especially as a shadow card. Like this person's energy is still here, and we saw it within the reading itself with the High Priestess. Okay, so just know, feel like there's some sort of energetic cord here. So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The April subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar and schedule at mastermetaphysics.com. And if you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced on April 1st. But for the April subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot in Wonderland. It's one of my favorite decks. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, if you had to switch your zodiac sign, which sign would you choose to be out of the whole 12? So if you do that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you soon.